What's going on, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. TGIF, baby, Friday. And we're getting ready to start the weekend. But before we kick off tonight's discussion topic, be a buddy and grab some suds. You can do so by tapping that little beer mug in the bottom right-hand corner, but don't tap it too hard. Because if you shake it up and you spray and it gets all over the walls, guess who's got to clean it up? Not you, probably because you're going to be too drunk or laying down. Probably the wife. Then she's going to get mad at you and start yelling and throwing a fit because you just got her pretty walls covered in beer and you know your drunk ass ain't going to clean it up. Am I right? Alright, that being said, let's roll on today's topic. Man, you're making us look bad. I didn't know he was in a beauty contest, gentlemen. Alright, so this is a comment that I had gotten towards the better end of the day. We getting ready to wrap it up. I'm off the clock. I rolled up my hours. Did I hit that 15? No! We got close though. Got to just a little, within 2/10 of 12 today. 12. So, we was 3 hours shy. I cooked, I booked, I tried, I wheeled my little legs off. We didn't quite make it. So I don't know how I ended the week, to be honest, or the pay period, because it's a 2-week pay period. I have no idea. I'd be curious to know myself. But yeah, I got this comment. You making us look bad. Look, I'm sorry. Look, I didn't come here to win a beauty contest, all right? I came here to make that money, all right? I came here to cook, book, make some money. Look, if you're going to toss me some stuff that I can wham bam, and I haven't done cush work like this in a minute, okay? When you get stuck on the heavy line boat and it's always cylinder heads, engines, transmissions, yeah, I get it. You legs don't move as fast after a little bit, okay? And in the very beginning of my little career here, because this was kind of like, I would say a 3-phase turnaround. I went from 3 years at the Chrysler dealership, 4.5 years in the independent, now back at the Chrysler dealership, okay? So in this little period, I learned a lot about myself. I learned all the hardships of what the real world was like as far as the world outside of the dealership life. I learned working out in the elements, no heating, right? No air conditioning, working in the dirt, 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, blowing dirt up in your face, working on everything under the sun. Okay, and after 4.5 years, I can tell you, there is nothing that I have ran into so far that was such a big deal, except for some suspension stuff that I really had not dealt with, okay? But other than that, right? It's not worked, it's not incredibly hard to get done, okay? I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years, R&R, right? Now I get a chance to put my little skills to work as far as diag stuff, so how's that been going? Well, obviously, when I'm doing diag stuff, it's not always going to be wham bam, okay? Because the answer is not always obvious. So even I lose time when I get a little diag thingy, but it's cool because that's kind of what I wanted to start learning, right? So yeah, there were a few days this week that it wasn't at 100%. It was like a 60% day. Okay, that's not really a good day in my opinion. When you're at the dealership, there's lots of money to be made. ROs are stacked to the gill. But I did see some folks kind of cruising through the shop, and I'm like, get out of my way. Move, okay? Take your sweet, don't stop in the middle of the bay. I'm turning in. Go, move with a purpose, you know, not trying to be a dick, but time is money. I'm trying to get into my stall. I can't have you stand there deer in the headlights, not really sure if you should continue walking or if you're waiting to see what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm trying to pull my car into my stall that you are standing there staring at me, taking up my time. Get out of the way. Oh man, but I digress. Look, it was a great day, okay? The people are great. But yes, I'm very much in go mode. I even had a technician that was nearest by that had said, oh, I know how to do that recall. Do you want to learn a trick? Nope, just, okay? I already had the information in front of me. I had already had experience taking certain components off. This happened to have been a component that I know how to take off pretty quick. I don't need your help, bud. Okay, it's not like this was my first week or first month of working at any kind of automotive shop, okay? Appreciate you think he's helping out, but realistically, I've been doing it longer, bud, and I can do it just fine. I was even doing a tune-up on another car, and a different guy had walked over to me and goes, well, that's not how I do it. That's cool. Get away from me. I'm doing my own thing. I know what it is that I'm doing. I guarantee you I'm doing it faster than you can. Just go. You have your own way, that's fine. If I get stumped, I assure you, I will come over and say, hey, I'm stumped. And at that point in time, I'll take a deep breath and I'll sit back and I'll watch to see what miraculous little thing that somebody had to do in order to get that thing off, right? But all day, it was just funny that people kept coming over to say, I'm cruising, bud. I'm doing good. I don't need you to stop me to start socializing. This is not socialization time. Save that for lunch or after the clock. Now, if there's a period in between, maybe a couple words, a brief sentence. I don't have time for full stories though, okay? This is the end of the pay period. It's go time. You should be thinking the same thing. But don't take somebody else's time up because you gave up. That's fine. I have not given up. I'm there. I have a purpose. And the purpose is to get as much done as I can. And right now you're slowing it down. So if you see the guy that's zoning and he's in the zone, just keep away. That's my food for thought, all right? Look, because you don't know what that man's going through. You don't know what the deal is for him. For me, I have my time frame set up in my head. I knew what expectations that I had for myself. And this was the last day to get it done, son. And we there for one purpose, right? Well, two, there are multiple purposes. But you know what I mean. We're there to learn the diagnostic stuff. We're learning to get our levels back for Chrysler. More specifically, we still have to focus on our hours because that is money, right? So it's all based on that. Yeah, you get a base wage, but you can't get those commissions, your flag hours or your flat rate time. You can't get that if you're just cruising. If you're there just for the minimum, you're in the wrong line of business. Maybe you should take a step back and go work at an independent shop. I know that's what I had to do to get my spark back, okay? There was something in me that was eating me up. I needed to take a break from the dealer life after a few years. I wanted to learn working on multiple manufacturers, not just the same product line. Once I got away from it and I had done that long enough, man, when this opportunity came back, I was more than enthusiastic to come back and try this out. Okay, I had 1,000 questions. I wasn't sure how well this was going to go, but guys, I got to tell you, I've got my spark back. I've got fire up underneath my crotch. You know what I'm saying? I've got my skates on. We're cruising, baby. We're having a good time. I'm having a great time. And look, if you work with me and you watching this video, man, I'm sorry you can't keep up, okay? I'm sorry that you're getting stuck on certain things that you can't figure out and it's taking you too long and you have to set up your tent and your sleeping bag and bust out s'mores and the beers because you just can't seem to leave the car. And that's not my fault though. That's whatever it is that you're doing on that car or the machine or what you're doing, that's on you. That's your fault. But again, you can't blame me for that, okay? And if for whatever reason you're overwhelmed because you're stuck on this one car and you feel like your workload is too much, hey, feel free to take some of those work orders and put them in my slot. I get them done. I'm going to take the time, but I'll get them done for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid, all right? I'm not afraid. If you are hung up and you can't get to the work and you need it to be redistributed, I will take it. I'll take it and I'll make it. I digress. Look, it's TGIF. It's time to get up out of here and get on the live stream. So we'll see you guys momentarily. Cheers and deuces.